I'm not used to this YouTube stuff, but since my son insists that I live on the internet basically when I really am one of the less users of social media, I decided that I'm going to try this. I couldn't come up with a subject for a long time, so I'm just going to call this Thoughts in a Car, because I have a lot of thoughts while I'm in the car and never get to say them out loud because, yeah, when there's a live person in the car, it distracts me too much, so I don't like talking when I'm driving. I mean, I don't like, listening. More like it's too distracting, so I can't really talk, or people are going to talk back, and that distracts me, but I can talk if I know no one's going to answer. So yeah, a lot of people are like that, right? I'm one of those people. But when I'm talking to people and I'm not in a car, like driving, where I have to pay attention, then I listen to people really. I listen to people. I better at home at work than at home, unfortunately, for my lovely family who I love. But anyway, so yeah, what's really good about camping in your car is you can have a lot of thoughts in your car that are really cool because you're camping and you're laid back and your brain is in a kind of like mellow, more like flowing flower child, like you're on acid kind of thoughts, or pot, but like I don't do drugs, so I don't know, this is really rambling, but I guess that was my whole point of this, just like thoughts driving in the car, or not necessarily driving, but thoughts in a car. Hopefully soon it'll be thoughts in a van, because I have this van that I'm like trying to fix up. I don't want to say that I'm trying to convert, because I gotta fix it up mechanically before I can really like turn it into a camper van. And it's too damn cold. It sat all winter because it was too damn cold, and they had no time in the summer, so it sat most of the summer from no time, and because most of the days I had off it was raining, or I had no one to like help me with mechanical stuff. And anyway, so that will be thoughts in a van instead of thoughts in a car. I'm just going home. We're gonna go out to a place that's a gas station that I went to. I can't let my family member go at night by herself, because the other day when I went by myself, this guy was harassing me for money. He harassed me when I walked in the door. For some reason, the gas station attendants were letting this guy just stand in the door, literally, and harassing people that walked in. And then I gave him money to get him to get off my case. And he gave me some story about how he needed money for gas. He had to drive to Virginia, which of course is the same story. You hear this crap all the time. People just really don't mean it. And they're all crackheads. Almost all of them here are crackheads in my area. And and then he left me alone for a little while, but there weren't too many people inside to harass. There was this big guy in there having a apparent conversation with this girl on the phone. This lady was interesting, and very interesting. I wasn't listening to it, just the I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what the topic was. They were just talking about how, oh, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a subject that they were talking about. It was about how they were talking about the subject. So I guess that's a subject. How we talk about subjects is a subject. But anyways, the guy that was harassing me couldn't harass he was gonna harass that big guy. So then when I was paying, then this guy came up to me again and wanted me to give him my change. I'm like, he kept saying stuff like that. He said it wasn't enough, that he needed more money, and was trying to, like, can I have your change? Can I have your change? I need more money. It's not enough. And I'm like, look, I have bills to pay too. I don't know if I can pay my own rent. I don't have the money to keep giving you money. And actually, I didn't say that part. But because it's kind, it's kind of difficult when you go in there and you're buying somebody else a pack of cigarettes and energy drinks that cost a lot of money. I don't even, well, actually they were cheap energy drinks. I don't even drink that stuff or smoke or anything, but I was trying to save somebody a trip. But it is kind of hard to tell someone, oh, I don't have any money, when you're spending money on stuff like that. Some people do need their things to function, though, when they're having, sometimes life requires stuff like that to get by. But anyway, so this guy, so I go outside, pay for my stuff. I didn't give him money then. Didn't give him my change. Went outside and get in my car. He's standing in the door of Shell again when I was going out. So I had no choice but to walk right past him again, very close. Then I get in the car, and all of a sudden I heard this thing about you drop money, and so sorry I'm pausing a lot. This is a terrible video. I'm not good at talking on videos. I know, it's annoying. So the guy, I looked, the door wasn't quite shut all the way, and I looked, and there was the money laying on the ground, and he's standing right there. He was like immediately there when he saw me drop money. And because I was in such a hurry, I was just trying to get out of there, because I was thinking, maybe I should call the cops on this guy or something. He's scaring me. And so when he comes over and he's like, well, it's you dropped it, can I have it now? And saying stuff like that. And I was like, well, you may as well take it, because it's there. I wouldn't even know I dropped it if you hadn't said I dropped it, so you may as well just take it. And then so he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, you may as well take it. So he picked it up, and I said to him, and I really wanted to call the cops. I didn't tell him that. I was scared. But what I said to him was, you really shouldn't be so aggressive when you ask people for money, because somebody's going to call the cops on you. You got to act calmer when you ask people for things. Or said something to that effect. But he's like, okay. And then, he left away, but then I still had to get gas. So I'm getting gas, and then I hear this boom, like so loud behind me, freaked me out. And I almost jumped, because I didn't realize what it was. It was like right behind me. It turned out to be this car, like this, like tricked out whatever car, I don't know. And it had Virginia tags on it, so I'm thinking, this guy's asking me for money for saying he's going to Virginia, and he's driving a car with Virginia tags. Like, I don't know if it was him that got in it, but it could have been. I mean, he was dressed pretty nice, dressed like someone that would be driving that car, even though he's begging for money, but he's probably a crackhead, So, he went kind of past me when I was going to go out the exit. He kind of went past me and cut across into the apartments across the street. So, I'm pretty sure he's just a crackhead wanting to buy his drugs over there, because he can't pay his car payment because he wants to spend all his money on drugs. I don't know anything about that, but, I think that was probably him. I think he jumped in his car and left because I said something about cops, so maybe he thought I was going to call them. I don't know. But I hope he listened to me. If he wants to ask people for money, but there's a way to do it, be nice. Don't lie. Well, of course, you're not going to tell someone you want to go buy drugs, but, if you are going to panhandle, you need to be polite. You need to be grateful to people. You need to be understanding that there are other people who have less than you. Just because they're driving a car, just because they're buying something that just helps them get through the misery of life, doesn't mean they have money to give away to you. They could be in just as much trouble. They could be on the verge of eviction. They could even be homeless and you don't even know it. They could be living in that car. That could be their only meal of the day, is their tasty cake, pecan rolls, and root beer. So you don't know. That could be where they live. You just don't know. So if you're gonna panhandle, you need to be nice. Be a decent human being. first of all, don't do it just to get out of getting a job, because then it's kind of like, I don't know. Depends on what state you live in, but in some places, I think people should have to pay taxes on that money if they can work. You know, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because there's different situations, but still, you know, it kind of makes me mad that I work my ass off and I pay a third of my income to taxes and crap, and other people make more money than I do panhandling and don't have to pay a damn cent in taxes. And they walk around outside in all freaking kinds of weather that I can't even tolerate physically, that would probably put me in the hospital because of my respiratory problems. And these people are like, what the hell? They don't have to pay a damn red cent to the government. People are just handing them money, and like they make more money than I do. And man, my job might seem easy on the surface because it's not usually physical labor, but believe me, it is very mentally taxing, and it will tax your I don't know what you call it, but if you're not a really good person, believe me, you cannot do my job. You just can't. But this guy scared the shit out of me. He's not a good panhandler, you know. He's going to get himself in trouble. He's scaring other people, and that's not the way to be. That's not the way to be. Be nice. If you're nice to me, if I know you're not just trying to pull shit over on people, and you're not lying about what you're doing, because lying is horrible. Hate it. Hate lying. I used to be married to a compulsive liar. It's a horrible, horrible thing. I don't know. Just don't be mean when you panhandle, and don't be ungrateful, and don't look a gift horse in the mouth and say, "Oh, it's not enough. I need more. Give me your change," or, you know, "Oh, you dropped money. Oh, can I have it now?" You know, some people, I don't know. I could go on forever and ever about that topic, but anyways, I'm sitting here in the garage just talking for the stupid video thing that I'm probably gonna upload and then delete. Who knows? I don't even think I'm gonna watch it back first, because if I watch it back first, I'm just gonna delete it off the phone and say, man, I was messed up. I just got off of work. I've been working all day, and situations where it was kind of, how do you respond to situations without doing something that could be seen as harsh. I don't know. It's that kind of job. So I gotta go inside I don't really have to go inside, but I gotta text this person and say, okay, I'm here, let's go, so we can go. I probably should have actually not even come in the garage. I probably should have, I don't know where I'm looking. I should have gone up to the other door. So anyways, see you next time on Thoughts in a Car, or one of these days, Thoughts in a Van.